This the key in the ignition. Started up and hit the mission. Dirty drinks.
Welcome to the Game 365 podcast. I got special guest, OG Mambo. Yeah, one love, man.
Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you coming through, man. We almost, you know what I'm saying, at the first time you were supposed to slide, we had to reschedule.
Yeah, it's
you know
all
what I'm
good,
saying?
man.
I appreciate you, man. You
I'm
a
the
man
type
of
to roll
business.
with the punches, man.
Very good man of business. Give them all your social media platforms and everything to follow you, you know, so they can.
Man, it's real easy. It's one and done, man. Just at OG Mambo everywhere. OG Mambo everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, iTunes, Spotify. If you want to run a little issue on the PlayStation, man, you can find the kid
okay.
there, man.
He's talking about Madden and 2K and everything, huh?
Man, it don't matter. We can get down.
Yeah, so where you from, man? Where's your origins, man?
Man,
where you grew up at?
I was born in Zimbabwe, but I grew up out here in Seattle, in the North End, North Seattle, Trey Deuce, man.
Oh, okay. So, what age did you come out here, you think?
I was like 3 going on 4. Yeah, so like real young. Like I came when I was still like preschool. So I did like preschool, elementary, all that.
Was there any experiences or anything that you took that you can remember from, growing up, because that's the motherland. And so, a lot of people want to hear like the early beginnings, if you can remember anything.
Man, well, I have got to go back and shit like that too. So as a grown man, well, not grown man, but when I was in like high school.
Oh, okay.
So I did get to go back. So really the biggest thing, just to kind of summarize it, bro, would be it's really not that different than life here, bro.
Wow.
Like the biggest misconstruence is like if you were to summarize Seattle and describe Snohomish or the Sticks. You know what I mean? One of them places that's far out. Or if you from LA, you talking about the valleys or something like that. It's the same thing. When they talk about Africa, 9 times out of 10, they're not really talking about the city or where cats is moving, shaking, you know what I mean, into it. They're going to take you to the huts.
Yeah, they're going to try
there too. You feel me? There's everywhere. There's rural shit and then there's city shit. You feel me? So, but for real, it's really no different, man. Like cats are trying to get to some money, pop it, have a good time, drive something fly,
raise the family,
elevate, raise the family, all that, man.
So, where do you pull some of your early influences to even get started in the music world? Because once you start looking at the fact that you specifically is from Africa and then you probably family first generation or whatever it is that came here, I want to ask the question, did you get inspired from just the family aura, the sound, the vibe in the household?
You know what, bro? That's a good-ass question, but ain't nobody never asked me that. I've done some interviews in my day, man. That's a good question, bro.
Well, this is the Game 365 podcast. We're going to pop it on a different level here, man.
I see that, man. Fully, man. But to answer your question, I would definitely say yes, bro. And I really didn't even think about it too deep till you asked me. But growing up, I didn't get a whole lot of experiences with my family back home because, we on the other side of the world. But inside my household, it was like immersed within the culture. So when people would visit, like my auntie, man, shout out to my auntie Chipo, she danced, performed, did it like college circuit, teaching them the African dances and cultural stuff. So that was the first time I ever got to go on a stage and see that. And then, just hearing singing around the house, it never really seemed like something difficult. Making music, writing lyrics, doing all that was always kind of second nature type of thing, And then I just kind of had to apply my own little twist to it.
Guaranteed.
You know what I mean?
Get your own flavor.
Get confident, you know what I mean? And because I grew up singing, you feel me? So, and then I kind of pulled that from my game to really get my pen sharp because I grew up 90s baby. So it's all about what is you saying? You got to sound different, say something different, flip it, you know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, I was like, man, I got this voice in my back pocket that's a little decent. Let me go ahead and pull that bitch out and get to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely that.
How was the dichotomy? And what I mean is the being African and being in America, growing up where you grew up in North Seattle, and then trying to find your voice and find your space within the hip hop or R&B community as a whole. And I say merge those together because, like you said, you do both. So you kind of got a dichotomized style. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that is the whole objective of the branding, even in my naming mechanism. That's why like the OG is that attachment to growing up in the States and all the like stripes earned, you know, running and thugging through the streets, you feel me? And then the Mambo, that's a cultural name that my pops used to call me, you feel me, when I was growing up. So it means king or God or boss, you know what I'm saying? So tying those two things in when I was focused on my branding was really to be able to shine a light on that dichotomy and really the duality that I've had in my life at all times. Because in the house, I got what I got going on. We eating, you know, food from Zimbabwe, sides of meat, all that. And then I go outside and I'm still, you know what I mean, entree deuce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
gotta move around, go to school and things like that. So you got to learn how to balance that. And then, you know, by the time I really had figured that out in life, shifting it into hip-hop kind of designed for that. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at the game, there's a lot of cats, man. Rest in peace to MF Doom. MF Doom was from Zimbabwe, too.
Oh, okay. Shout out. Rest in peace to
MF
MF Doom.
Styles P, his mama from South Africa, too. So there's like, it's tied in there, but you know what I mean? It's not something that you really got to be too conscious of once you figure it out in your regular life. You feel me? I came out here young enough. You feel me?
Yeah. Where did you decide that it's time to really press play on what I'm doing in my craft? I'm passionate enough. Was it in late middle school, early high school, or at what stage did you press play and say, I'm going full force into this music game?
I should probably say I put the tape in late high school, but I ain't really hit play, like aggressively play on that joint till probably like my freshman year of college. You feel me?
That's what's
the
up.
End of my freshman year of college, because I played soccer. Feel me? So when it was off season, my cousin, he's a DJ, he's mixing, he got the mic up. He said, "Hey, bro, just rap." I said, "I mean, I'll be freestyling at the little parties with the little shorties." You know what I mean? I'm talking about like about whatever's in the room. You know what I mean? Like my man looking ill, look at him with the grill, like something like that. You know,
just keeping it lit.
Right. So he said, "Throw it on the mic," and I said, you know what? Go ahead. We could do that. And then once it was into that, man, rest in peace, my brother Suave. We just locked in, bro, and started really pushing the button, studying the game, watching the YouTubes, figuring out, okay, we want to open here. Okay, if we open here, we need to flip the video like that. Okay, what does it mean to have a target audience? What words
now
like
you
that
talking,
even mean?
man. Now you talking.
Like, how do we even do that? And then when he passed, we were just at this precipice, bro, of being able to like kind of break through that, you know what I mean? Exactly. Into that. So I had to kind of pick up the pieces from, you know what I mean, that emotional turmoil, you know what I mean, dealing with the grief and the pain of that situation, put that together and kind of re-implement it into my own kind of game and whatever homies was around, kind of try and keep them at arm's length type shit. You feel me?
You get discouraged by stuff like that? Because, you know, when you get to starting a business, a career, you get ideas, you get to planting seeds with certain individuals, and then, you know, something occurs, prison, death, or, you know, they just bow out gracefully. Sometimes people get depressed and don't even want to do whatever said career, you know, basketball, rap, going to the doctor. My dad died. Now I don't want to be this no more. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my inspiration, you know?
I mean, respectfully, I think that if you are deterred by that, you really don't want it like that, for real. I feel like it takes that level of perseverance to get through to that level. You feel me? That's the difference between the one boy who was dogging everybody as a sophomore, junior, and then the other boy who in the league right now. That's the difference. It's being able to face that as go to adversity university.
Talk to me.
Feel me? Soak some up. You know what I mean? Can you graduate with honors? Are you going to be a scholar? Or are you going, you know what I mean?
Real life.
Flunk your way through. You know what I mean?
I believe that wholeheartedly.
So for me personally, I never really, like, was I down? I'm talking about down bad for sure. For sure. But the whole time I'm like, I'm knowing that I got to keep going. And it's almost like charging the battery in my back till it's like there is no stop. Before, when bro was still here, maybe I'll say, you know, something might have pulled my passion. It could have been fashion, or, you know what I mean, I mess with the turntables now. Something might have been able to pull me just based on the craft or how it might have fit in on the team scale. You feel me? But once he passed, it was like, nah, like, you know, it's on my shoulders now. There ain't no, I can't stop.
I got to keep bro lit through spirit. And,
it'd be a disservice to him for me to even, you know, think about that. and stuff like
that's
that.
heavy,
You feel me?
man, because
what would he sacrifice? What would he trade to be here right now?
Exactly.
Sitting here, kicking game. You feel me? So,
Speaking of game, what's your definition of game?
Game, man. I think it is information, knowledge, and the ability to distribute that in the most eloquent way possible and implement that in the most positive way possible into your life. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. So it's everything. It's everything. You feel me? That is. Their game is implemented in anything, which is why I feel like the most successful people, or the people that have the largest versatility, is those people who have some sort of duality and can speak all multiple different languages. It's language, bro.
Facts.
That's what game is.
Facts.
It's language. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Language and lifestyle.
I believe that to be true. So let's talk about, doing shows and, just, really being involved with, your craft, because a lot of people just sit behind, the songs and the streaming, and, they might do a video here and there. But, I've been noticing, and I know that you got a presence, with the audience and from doing shows. So let's talk about that experience. Let's talk about, and how, what you all put into that.
No, I appreciate that for sure. But, man, everything, it's details, bro. It's one of them things, like, starting out, I was practicing my live set throughout the day. So, like, I'm talking about, like, when I'm in the mirror in the shower brushing my teeth, how my body gonna move. I'm seeing that, you know what I mean? And as I'm making the music too, I'm also thinking about lyrical delivery. When I'm saying certain stuff, I'm thinking about how it's gonna swag on the stage a little bit.
For sure.
A lot of it's performative, kind of like a battle rap or something like that, to where when I kick it like this, you might have to see it to understand. Oh, that's what he meant.
The energy.
He ain't care. You know what I mean? He's got to be able to. So, but then as things have grown and elevated, man, and I've been able to partner up with dope musicians. Shout out to MD Soulful, The Hospitality, Rain King, and I got the live band element into it. It's really just like locking in and tightening the bolts during rehearsals, being creative with the song sonically, because one thing I don't want to do, I don't want you to come to the show and be like, oh, I could have just played Buddy Spotify. He just gave me MP3s. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to, there has to be an element to where the second verse might have had a little flip on it, or a remix to it. You know what I mean? We might have let the MD go crazy on the saxophone for some time, whatever the case may be. So, it's really about pouring into the creativity of the live show, and then really making sure I'm polished on a day-to-day thing, so that I can come in as that lead singer role and things like that, and guide the audience throughout things like that, man. I've been doing it for a minute though, bro, so it's really just repetition.
10,000 hours?
Well, locked in for sure. On the stage, for sure. And then some. If you need some hours, bro, I'll sign the slip for you. I'll give you some.
I'll bless you with some, huh?
Yeah, got at least 5,000. A good 5K.
What are the pros and cons of, having, a team and dealing with people that, may or may not see your vision, or when you up there doing your thing, they messing up, or they didn't, handle their business accordingly, because we're human. So some people, they might have a lot on their mind. You trying to give your best. I've been blessed and fortunate that all the cats that I named on my squad really is locked into the vision, right? Because before it was any sort of big bag, or it's not motivated by money. It's motivated by a belief in all right, we like what Mambo doing. We believe in this. We can add this to it. I feel like it's being patient for that. Because before, historically, I didn't always have that. There's different DJs that I worked with, and it's not no bad blood per se or anything negative that happened, but it is that, bro. You have to have. You got to have Scottie Pippins and Dennis Rodmans on your squad. I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I mean? You got to be able to. You got to be able to really understand. Oh, I know if I pass the ball over there, it's gonna go. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. Knock on wood that it stay this way. You feel me? But I've been really blessed by my team is really locked in, and we always got things that we want to polish as a whole, but it's never really one man dropped the ball. Where you was at with that? Bro, why you wasn't keeping up on that one? You know what I mean?
You made us look bad.
You know what I'm saying? It's more so being tight with that, or making sure the hype man is all on point and shit like that. Sometimes that's a little detail to make sure cats is locked in, because you want to present the objective, bro, isn't just to go rap on the stage, bro. We want to give him a show, bro.
Yeah.
Like any nigga down the street could just rap for you, bro. Plug on the joint. More
Yeah, real
power to
talk.
him, bro.
Yeah.
But like, this is a show, bro. You're gonna understand storylines. The energy's gonna transition. I study cats like KRS-One, bro. I'm peeling layers off, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel that it's
Yeah.
gonna feel different. The photos from the beginning of the show and the photos from the end of the show look different.
Yeah,
you know what I
facts.
mean. So
Facts.
yeah, it's an experience. That's really the whole goal of it.
Yeah. Who is OG Mambo? If you were to, explain yourself to the youth and somebody that, was trying to, follow in your footsteps and get inspired by your journey and do what you do, but probably in their own way, how would you explain who you are and some of the pros and cons of this experience, down the road of, being an indie artist,
Yeah, for sure. Man, I'd have to start with the 5 tenets of Taekwondo, which was kind of what raised me growing up, man. Junior Olympics, all that. That's kind of what put me on. That's
sure.
courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and an indomitable spirit, man. Those 5 things right there, bro. So,
heavy.
man, moving smooth, like, always with respect initially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you stomp on a lot of kid toes, you're going to see what type of time we get on.
Yeah, guaranteed.
If we have to.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
We'd much
Yeah.
rather prefer to,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean?
Yeah,
But
for real.
That's in the baggage,
Yeah,
you feel
guarantee,
me? And
guarantee.
then, moving with integrity. So, just honoring my word. And that just doesn't mean to you. And,
Yeah.
showing up on time
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that. It's to myself. You know what I mean?
facts.
Yeah, integrity is a deep self-truth and honesty.
Yeah.
It's you looking in the mirror and not being able to lie. You know what I'm saying? And then self-control, just keeping myself, in alignment. I love to pop and have a good time. I might pour up a little reposado here and there. I stay on some tree, you know what I mean? But it's about being in alignment and staying real business focused. There's a way to do it functionally. We seen the Snoop Dogg's, the Currency, Wiz Khalifa's, you know what I mean? And then perseverance is just that what we was talking about earlier, bro. Just having that, you just never quitting, bro. Relentlessness. That's the game that I try and immerse. When a lot of times I'll write records to like my younger self. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, bro, don't quit because it is. You know what I mean? Stay true to this. You know what I mean? If you just stay on it, you gonna be on. It don't matter who believes. Just make sure you really believe.
Yeah, keep
yourself
inspired.
And then indomitable spirit, bro. That just means that you can't be dominated by nothing. No one can sway your spirit to move any kind of way. You true to your soul. You true to yourself, bro. So that's the type of things I feel like kind of immerses Mambo's world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being as fly as possible, being as real as possible. You know what I mean? And just staying true to the game, bro. Get into your bag, man. Putting your people in position, man.
Yeah. Speaking of fly and just bossing up and doing things, man. How is the response from the women and being and how have you've been having to said embrace certain women and get certain ones away from you because sometimes growing up. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. You know what I'm saying? So, know what I'm saying? How is that experience with the women, man? Because, they might be watching or people might want to know, man, he got confidence. He pops it. But, I don't know how to, what I'm saying, navigate through this life, man, because, the women are coming fastball and it's like, oh, shit.
Man, one thing I would say is and again, bro, it's one of them moments where the kid just happened to be blessed in this way. I don't know for what reason.
Yeah.
But for many moons, I just been one of them ones that that's why when I was that's how I got pulled into promoting it and pulled into the music side of the club. They said, hey, bro, why you always all them little girls be around you and you always know this? You always got a little girlfriend or something. Why, bro?
Yeah.
Bring them through type stuff. So because I had those experiences, by the time it started to come, because even when you have it as a young high schooler or student, you know what I mean, once you get into whatever game, athletics, music, sports, it bubble up a little more, just because there's a larger light. So because I had those experiences, I kind of know how to maneuver and navigate. And on some G shit, anybody who come for the flashing lights or be around because their lights is flashing, that's not what you want, Captain.
Red flag.
That's really not what you want to. It's really the one who kind of be away from them lights. You know what I mean? Because flies flock to shit and flies flock to lights like that. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be influenced by them type of things. It's really about just staying driven, staying focused. You know what I mean? Right now I'm blessed. I got me a real deal little shorty. She be holding me down. You know what I mean? Doing what she's supposed to. So it's all love in that regard. But as far as them cats who's moving and grooving and doing that. It's really just about, you know what I mean, moving with respect, and 9 times out of 10, bro, you're gonna get more action not looking for action. I'll say that.
Oh yeah,
Because
guaranteed.
now because I got respect for my whole situation, I can definitely, hit you with the little one arm hug. We can take a photo, whatever, you know what I mean? You shoot a compliment, thank you, I appreciate you, whatever. But hey, when you're in that mode, it's like they're throwing it crazy. You're having a dug. They're like, what you mean? You know what I mean? And a piece of game for the young bulls, man. When you slide by one, don't go get the number. Just drop a compliment and get up out of there. Hey, shorty, you look, man, oh my, whatever it is, whatever your line is, hit her with that line and get out of there. She going to be confused. She going to be looking like, hold on. You don't want the number? Everybody trying to stop me for the number. You just want to tell me I look cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Tell you, man.
So let's discuss some of the things you got going on, past, present, and future, man, that you want to highlight and you want the world, to grasp, to embrace it, to plug into, because, I feel that, just sitting back studying and doing my homework, man, you one of them ones in the city, man, that stays active, stays networking, communicating, and have a lot of things going on. So, let everybody know some of the things, the key things in your career or things that present or future that you got popping that you want everybody to embrace, to plug into, or to subscribe to on all the platforms,
Yeah, say no more, man. First thing and foremost, man, I would say people tap into my YouTube, bro. That's where the whole world of Mambo exists, man. So there's a whole bunch of vlog episodes because I've been blessed to do a lot of shows with cats like A Boogie, Currency, DJ Quick, Goody Mob, Zion I, you name it, bro. Like, had dope experiences and intimate experiences with them where we got to really conversate, take the glasses off, look each other eye to eye, you know what I mean? Chop it up. So you get to see all that on the YouTube, you know what I mean? That's kind of tapping into the history. And then whatever streaming platform you on, bro, I just counted today. There's 9 EPs and like 10 singles that's out there that's kind of built up from my catalog. That's me just growing, finding that sound, implementing different sound qualities, because there's 3 elements of the world of Mambo that you get sonically. You gonna get that kind of some turned up, really bopping to you, get you moving. Ooh, okay, what he say? And then you gonna get that kind of introspective, like I said, when I'm talking to my younger self, giving a little bit of game. You might want to hit the tree and just sit back and think on it. You feel me? And then I have some fly, vibey stuff that's a little bit more melodic. That's usually stuff that I play with Baby Girl. That's like Shorty's favorite records on the album all the time. You feel me? And stuff like that. So you can dive into that whole world. I just released a project, Hybrid Session, which is a part of this 3-part series. Like I said, I'll be smoking like you know what I mean? I'm really, he on that tree. You know what I mean? I got some weed sponsors, but I'll take some more. You feel me? But so Hybrid Session, I want to tap in with this project and give those 3 vibrations categorized like weed. Because when you smoke a hybrid, you get kind of that introspective thinking to your younger self. It's more, you know what I mean? You up and awake, but you also really, euphoric in your mindset. Then Sativa Session is that turned up one I was talking about, right? So that's the next project coming this summer, man. Sativa Session just got locked in. It's getting mastered right now. And then we got Indica Session coming towards the 4th quarter of the year, man. And that's where you get the laid back, vibey stuff that you're supposed to play with Baby Girl, you know what I mean? And get that, man. So as long as you plugged in and tuned in, man, you'll be able to catch up to the journey and then fly with us the rest of the way, man. Boarding passes being called. Final boarding pass. You know what I'm saying? Finna close the gate.
So working with all those artists, those legends that you work with, how did that humble you or turn you up?
I would say that, it humbled me in seeing the skill level of quality. Like, I'm standing, like, I'm as close as we are right now to CeeLo, watching him go crazy. I'm just like, man, and I'm seeing it's straight from the diaphragm. There ain't no tracks playing. That's, but I'm like, okay, I gotta. So in that element, or shout out to a B.O.B., I'm seeing the way he's in sync with his band or Currency. They got a thing that I've been trying to pull into my own live show, how he cut the band and let certain shit keep rocking. You feel me? So seeing those things were humbling in the, like, I just had a really great show. The crowd just went crazy for me. But I still see there's levels that I can elevate. And then as far as like turn me up, because they really did both at the same time, it's affirmations, bro.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It don't matter what you say.
Yeah, for
it
sure.
don't matter who you right there. You.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you. It don't matter what you say because I had these greats and these legends, bro, who took the time to come and watch my set in its entirety. So that meant a lot to me. Because they didn't have to do that. They could be upstairs smoking, feet up, eating strawberries, doing whatever. But after the conversations we had, they felt inspired to come watch. And after the first few songs, were inclined to stay there and rock. And when I get off stage, those words of affirmation, the J Electronica beating on the hood of my car. Hey, stop. Nah, you blessed, God. You blessed. Nah, inshallah, bro. You know what I mean? CeeLo taking glass. I'm in your corner, young man. With all those ski beat, all these different cats, bro. Each one of them shows someone from those things had like a moment where they came and gave me that affirmation. They're like, nah, bruh, what you just did?
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, that like the energy, the creativity, the sound sonically, I ain't really hurt. All right, bro, hey, keep doing that. I don't know. I can't say what's gonna happen per se, but something's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you feel me? So it's those things that turn me up and make it easier to kind of quiet the noise of a local scene. Or sometimes if you don't got your blinders on like a horse and you looking left and right, you're not gonna be focused on your own mission. You're gonna be, oh, buddy over there, dang, he got how many views? Oh, why he booked for this? Oh man, she's on this. But when you get them affirmation, it's like I just gotta stay on my
focus
mission,
on your own business.
And then as long as I keep getting these things, I'm obviously doing something right. These guys just toured 50 states. And out of all 50 states they just toured, they probably didn't speak to every opener or everyone. So if they're saying something to you, they're saying it to you for a reason.
Yeah, real talk.
And they know that too because they've been in that position.
So, do you have like a muse or are you? What is your creative process? Because you said 9 EPs, right?
Yeah.
And what is the creative process to that? Or did you have a muse for each individual one, or you kind of just went into your own world and just said, man, look, I'm about to knock it out like this. I got the concept, the idea. Let's go.
I'll definitely say that I guess you could say life would be a muse and relationships and not even just like relationships with females. It just be relationships that I'm going through maybe with friends. Like I said, people passing. Those would definitely be influential in like the direction of the way projects were going, at least in my past. Now, more recently, I've been studying stuff that I love, whether it's like a Cushion OJ or a Good Kid Mad City or Chronic 2001 and really playing in front to back and back. What is it that I fuck with?
Yeah.
Like, what is it about the way it was put together and the storyline and things like that? So I've really been focusing on the storyline and kind of mapping things like that out, which is why these projects have been themed. Like the last series I did was Taste Test. It was hard liquor, wine and dine. Hard liquor is that. And then wine and dine is the, you know what I mean, flavorful, you know? So, and I wanted to take it a step further and tap in with the Kush, hybrid session, sativa session, indica session. So, the music is usually, the subject matter is usually framed around life situations or the homies' life situations or past experiences and trying to intertwine those and make sure that the stories kind of align with the whole project. You feel me?
Do you get a particular support more or less from the African American community or the African community since it's large in Seattle and around, you know, the Northwest? What do you feel is more, or is it balanced, equal, and you got real good, thorough support, you know what I'm saying, within the culture?
I would say that with certain records, because I've implemented it, I'm starting to mix it in now too, like with the Afro beats, there is more of like a draw and like there's an immediate connection with like the African audience just because of, you doing hip hop and you like one of us inside that situation, right?
And you pulling us in, we doing our thing.
Exactly. Because of like how my music sounds sonically, because even how I talk right now, like I don't sound like, you know what I mean? Like I grew up here, so it's received by like African American culture, like right off the rip, just because it sound like, you know what I mean, some shit that they done heard or whatever. But back home, I got like a big following too, just because the storytelling it means more. You feel me? If I tell you about what happened in Seattle on Thursday, you like, I was in Seattle on Thursday. You might have seen something different. If I was on 405, you was on I-5. If I was in the north, you was in the south. It was a little different, but you get the gist of it. But to them, who what? It's 7 right now. It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're on Wednesday morning right now. You feel me? We on Tuesday night. They on Wednesday morning. You feel me? So that whole thing, that separation, them stories mean a little bit more. They're paying a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this happens over there. Oh, that's what. Oh, okay, you could get it like that. Damn. Okay, you know what I mean? So there is that too. So I guess I would say it's balanced in the initial response, but because of where I'm at and where the audience is, like if I was to look at like the numbers, I probably have more like African American females.
Okay. Last question, man. Top 3 artists, dead or alive, on your bucket list that you would have wanted to work with or you want to work with.
Ooh, that's crazy. Okay. Oh, when we gonna do it like that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get Bob Marley.
Okay.
Cause then my hooks is crazy. We done. I don't even have to write hooks on the album no more.
Yeah,
it's good. My hooks is done.
Yeah.
You just write the hooks, Bob. I got all the verses. And I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get Quincy Jones.
Oh, okay.
Now my production locked in. It's hitting. It's groovy. They moving.
I see you a thinking man. You
feel me? They put me through it now. It's good. And then see now I really don't even. I could put anybody now.
Yeah.
And then I gotta pull one of the rappers off of my top fees off. Let me take Wayne.
Ooh.
Let me take Wayne. And then we cool, bro. Y'all got a 4-album installation. We gonna film a documentary.
All the stuff.
Vibing. Me, Bob, and Wayne. We smoke 3-4 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Quincy probably hit the weed too. He don't even do that.
OG Mambo, man. Game 365 podcast. I appreciate you sliding, man.
Love, bro.
You already know, man. One love, bro.
Yeah. This the key in the ignition. Started up and hit the mission. Dirty drink sipping since a youngin' had the vision.